Hello, and welcome to the next episode in the Legacy of Drachenzahn series. In this one, I'm going to continue where we left off on the last one, which was around level 100. I just bought my next set. I'm switching to Intel Agility, and around 105, because that's when some of my pieces I can finally equip. So for this one, we're going to start off with the Skeleton Dungeon, and then from there, going to do the Otomai Island quests, and then after those, beat the Great Coralator and see what dungeons come up next. It's going to be another dungeon one, hopefully to hit 105 to get that set, and then maybe test it out towards the end. As a quick note, I bought all the stuff for the Otomai Island quest. For the two quests you have to do, and it's usually best to get these ahead of time. You're going to need one Flib's Cursed Little Box, one Cocoa Nut Slice, one Cocoa Straw, one Cocoa Nut Palm Trunk, one Sesame Oil, one Foxfighter Ear, one Big Cannonball, and two Elite Schaefer Arrowheads. If you just buy these in the market, they're all fairly cheap, maybe spending less than 5,000 commas. And you'll be able to just go to the captain of the ship, turn in one quest, land on Castaway Island, turn in the next quest, and boom, you're on Otomai with no effort. You can drop these if you want. It just takes a lot more time, with the exception of the Cannonball, because it's 100% drop rate from Ralmups, I believe. But we shall get back to that later. So for now, if you step on this little tile up here, it opens up this crypt, and you just click next to it right there. Or there, because I can't aim. And you're in the dungeon. And this is also the dungeon that gets you the Schaefer summoning spell, which, honestly, it's extremely niche on when you'd use it, because the Schaefer will also attack allies, not just enemies. And obviously, you know, that's not very helpful. Oh, I forgot I have the Emerald Dofus on now, though. Oh, this is going to be fun. Should be a breeze. So let's see. What are the challenges for this one? So kill him first and use all movement. So I can try that. Take the K signal off. Okay. Let us see how this goes. Which, the challenges will be the only hard part, I assume. I think the rest could be pretty easily accomplished. I'm going to try and do some challenges. Like this one, I'll probably do Nomad. Just to get some of these skeletons out of the way for the achievement. I do believe I have to do cemetery ones as well. So we shall see how many I can actually get done. I should probably pick that back up, get my damage reduction. I also, from the last episode, because I needed the bag space after I switched off strength, I stored my giant stack of like 700 something carousel breads. So, wow, they have no luck. So hopefully, though, I'll be able to equip my set, change my stats and all that without any issue now. Plus, I'll be using more food throughout this, so... Especially if I, you know, suffer and die like I did against the Quaqua. Ooh, kill him first, you say. I'm gonna hit everyone. It's easier. Okay. Ooh, actually, I might be able to do both. We shall see. I always forget about Exuberant, like how to accomplish it. I just spent a moment, I was like, wait, why am I shielded? And then I remembered that it's like derp, I literally just now got the Emerald Dofus. Oh yeah. And And 3. Pull him to me. Giant shield. Oh. And I'm going to be going with the... I'm going to be going with agility with intel. Partially because of the fact that... Yes, perfect. Got both. Because the fact that I can lock people to use my parry move and actually... Part of my kit seems very heavily reliant on them not moving. Because, like, for instance, Eclipse, it has this massive range. But, like, when I drop it, there's a good chance that, like, I'm not even going to hit anyone. Because they just all move all over the place. And I am not with... Like, if I was with an Enatruff, then it might be okay, because... It's 5. It'd be okay if I was with an Enatruff, because Enatruffs can, you know, steal so much movement, so I can make sure they stay relatively close to where it lands. But with agility, I can use that move near myself to smash everything that I have locked. I assume. I've never actually tried casting it near myself, but I feel like that would work pretty well. Pick this up. Actually, I'll go ahead and shield myself. I have to figure out my spells rearrange and put... I know I don't have a certain agility one on my bar right now. Because, well, I obviously didn't need it before. We'll see how useful it is soon enough. Soon enough. I lost no health because Emerald is broken. Oh, statue. The only one I'll have trouble with is the Draugr. So if I hit him, do this, and he's gonna want to try and line up with me. So let's say here. Okay, let's see who we nuke then. Do not know if that'll still hit him, but it will hit him. And he'll... Yeah. Boom. Yeah. How's that for predictions? Oh, except... Now my lance is way over there. I wonder if that's good enough to block line of sight. Oh, it is. Okay. Rude. Pop that real quick. Oh, it just goes off on his turn. Boop. Don't even have to move. Wait, do I pick it back up? Oh, I still had enough AP left. It's like that was a mistake. Die. Yes. Wait, what? I leveled before even getting to the dungeon or boss? That works out, I guess. Okay, so use all movement, kill the boss first. I have a lot of AoE, so his duplicating crap should be fine. But we will see soon enough. Smack him once. Smack him again. do that. Hi. I'm not too worried about my health bar yet. And I can push off anyone that might lock me, I believe. Or just jump away and through them. Oh, I don't even need to worry about it. Wait. They put me in a gravity state. Yes! That was enough. Sweet. Oh, and also don't get locked. So I'm gonna have to... Okay, well I got him, so I can come back here and get the Nomad in my agility setup. When they literally would not be able to lock me. And I think I'm gonna make agility my primary and intel my secondary. What do I want to do with this, Lance? I'll do this. Simply because... Which one of you is putting me in gravity? Simply because it gives me more lock then, so when I'm with my whole goal of kind of locking them down with Pari and such. I feel like that was a very redundant sentence. Well, overall, this dungeon wasn't hard. After the Quaqua one, it was... I didn't even have to actually attempt to use my Astrib Knight for this. I think Quaqua is actually a high-level dungeon too, though. Whoops. I gotta level up once. So, what's your secret? And you learn how to say that. Schaefer said hello, so you say hello. If you try to say goodbye, then they won't let you leave and you have to redo it. Which is kind of annoying because I said so many times that I've avoided. So there, I'm pretty sure it's not in the game anymore, but they used to have a what do you call it? They used to have a challenge where... Oh, wait, I have to go to the Keymaster. Where is it? Oh, Canyon Lake. Quick tip. If you're nowhere near a Zap, just go to your Haven bag, and it gives you a Zap automatically. It saves so much time, and no one really thinks about doing it, just because, like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But... what is that? That is a cool looking pets mount. Or actually, it's probably a Rhine Needle. It's probably a Rhine Needle harness. But either way, it looks cool. Anyway. So, on the Schaefer, I used to avoid trying to get the spell, and sometimes I wouldn't even do the dungeon. Because there used to be a challenge where you'd have to summon the Schaefer. And in a close fight where you're, you know, it's going to come down to every last bit of damage matters. And then you have a Schaefer out hitting your team as well because you were trying to do the challenges. It makes it so much harder. Or it feels like a waste sometimes to summon the Schaefer that it's just there. Like it's running around doing whatever it wants to. Sometimes it's blocking your line of sight. Sometimes it's, you know, runs up, hits you, obviously. And it's just... that challenge, it gave like 15% bonus experience. It was not worth it at all. And I like to avoid getting that challenge, so I just never got the Schaefer spell. But Tofu's next. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set a course. Or actually, I don't need to. I'll use my tip that I just gave, because I already unlocked this. So if we can go to Sufokia. So now we'll do Otomai. We'll come back to Batofu in a moment, but I want to get this 500 pod cannonball out of my inventory. So we might as well do the Great Coralator first. And he's the hardest He's not the hardest dungeon. I think he's just the last dungeon on the 1 to 50s. So might as well get that out of the way, and then I know everything before that is pretty easy. The Great Coralator is, for a melee class, is super difficult. And I'm kind of doing this as the strength intel because I have a little more range than intel agility from what I've seen. Because I'm going to try to do the challenge where you have to end next to an enemy. But the special mechanic with the Great Coralator is you cannot end next to him when he buffs up his AP, or else the next turn he's going to one-shot you. It's just an insta-kill move. He takes all his movement, but if you're trying to do the challenge, you're going to have to kill him before you kill everything else, or he's just going to lock himself down, and then if you try the challenge, you just die. Unless you had a team, and then everyone stood next to him. So, Captain Haddock and Roll. Hey, Doifor, it's me, Captain Haddock and Roll. I can take you to the other end of the world, especially if it gets you away from me. You're coming with me, that does not help you. If you're interested, I can take you to a wonderful desert... I almost said desert island. I can take you to a wonderful desert island where there aren't any cannonballs, or any balls at all for that matter. You really think that all it takes to get to this island is to accept my proposal? You fool of the ocean depths, stupid fossilized Kralove dung. Fun fact, this is also the island where you find the Kralove. If you set out for this island, you're in for a dangerous adventure. You'll have to fight the elements, the oceans, and maybe even your preconceived notions. I've always enjoyed making rhymes. Do you really want to go this island, or would you rather keep hunting goblies? Go. You seem quite determined, or is it just that you're just stubborn? I like people like you, those who devour picocos, bite into life as they would bite into an enemy. Weird. We're about to leave and live a long adventure. We must be ready. I recently bought a fantastic cannon for my ship, but I'm lacking ordnance since I used it all to practice on Rallmops in Kanya Bay, which is why the Rallmops drop the cannonballs at 100% rate. Maybe you should go and have a look over there. I also need arrowheads to fight against cannonballs. Why you had to get the arrowheads. Besides, I'd also like you to bring back my favorite breakfast, deep-fried foxfighter ears in sesame oil. Explains foxfighter ears in sesame oil that you have to buy. If you manage to bring me all these things, then, and only then, we'll be able to leave. So, and then here's the quest, obviously. For half the stuff that I showed you, obviously I picked it up already. So, I just hand over the supplies. Apparently gain a level, because, yeah. At last, I was starting to lose my patience. Let me load the munitions on the ship and have breakfast, and then you can come and see me when you're ready to travel to the island. What that means is you just talk to him again. You don't have to wait at all. So, now... I used to think there was a quest here for this part. So now you just have to fight through 3 waves of, like, level 20 to 30 pirates. Just... The quest to get past these pirates is actually... super easy. And these are, I believe these are mobs so you find like way higher level versions on Otomai for the 2nd dungeon. And I think you also, but I think you fight these level ones on this next quest. So if you want to collect everything, and you could collect everything like as you go, you could just collect the stuff for this quest first. Which foxfighters are in Kanya Fields, I believe. How did you not? They're in Kanya Fields, I believe. Sesame oil, you, I think, have to be a farmer to make. The arrowheads, you just go fight dwarks. And the cannonball is Rallmops. And then, once you complete all that and turn in and beat these pirates, you land here. Now, if you've noticed... Actually, I'll show you in a sec. I think we've come ashore in the wrong place. According to my map, we're on Castaway Island, which is more than a little strange. I don't understand how it happened. I might have had some digestive problems and got the directions wrong. I thought the foxfighter ear you brought me for breakfast tasted a little off. Well, stop eating cat ears. Well, you better find us a way out of here while I give the orders and supervise the repairs to the ship. I know that island. It's infested with pirates and kokokos. I'm not afraid of kokokos. I was brought up among a primitive kokoko tribe when I was young, and believe me, those creatures are even more stupid than Iops. However, beware of pirates. They are deceitful, vile, wicked, and filthy, and their breath is more putrid than a stuffed bird cloaca. Disgusting. Basically, we must repair my ship as quickly as possible. I'll need wood, which you should be able to find on this island. You must also find Flib's cursed chest. It's a living chest that I left here. It contains the necessary tools to fix the ship's sail. While you're at it, I'm thirsty and could do with a nibble. Without something to eat and drink, I'll never be able to repair the ship's sail and hull. Give me a coconut slice and a glass of something from which to drink the coconut juice I've set aside. Don't bring me back any rotten food this time. Got it? So, everything for the second quest, you literally can drop on this island. Obviously, the coconut palms, the coconuts drop the coconut palm chunks. There's a guy here who's also in the dungeon, Otomai. Here, Flib's cursed chest. And there's actually a Flib in the Otomai pirate dungeon, which is the most annoying thing of the dungeon. He's the second most annoying thing. The boss mechanic itself is even more annoying. And hopefully I'll be able to do it on this guy once it comes time. But anyway, you fight things here. You get the drops. Oh. If you decide to drop things yourself, as a little tip, if you click on one of these, it opens the encyclopedia. And then you click it here and click bestiary. And it should, yeah. It'll show you what drops it. So... did not know that they dropped this. Anyway, so it has a base acquisition, so the drop chance of it is 100%. So you just fight one of the chests and it'll drop your loot. So if you want to save a few thousand commas, you can come to the island and you can just drop it all yourself. And if you drop extra, put it up for sale and then someone else can buy yours. Anyway, I think we've come ashore. You already said this. Yeah. Here's your items. Incredible, you found everything I need to fix our ship. I can finally get to work without dying of hunger. Just a little more effort and we'll be able to leave the island. Conveniently, you get, you know... I don't actually... What is in Quest of Truth? Is that the 100 quest completion? Oh, 50. In Quest of Solution. So see? Convenient. More free experience. You talk to him again... There we go. The ship isn't quite in perfect shape yet, but we can still leave. According to the map, we've not got far to go. If you want, which, as he says that, we are literally right next to Otomai. And somehow we end up landing here, even though it's just like, you could probably see the island from where we're at. If you want, you can wait on this island for a couple of days, and I'll come back to pick you up later. Nope. Voila. We land in the coastal village. Make sure to always pick up the Zap, by the way. Otherwise, you have to go all the way back down to Sufokia and talk to him again and take the ship back to Otomai. And it's just simpler just to have this point. So to give you a little breakdown of the island once I start running to the Coralator. It's broken up into zones. So, the beach area here is the lowest level. It's level 40 mobs. Please stop closing my map on me. It's level 40 mobs, so the first time you get to this island, the beach is probably what you'd be able to level on. It's also where the Coralator dungeon is. I hate you so much. After that is the grassy plains. It's level 100, and that's where you can find Burb's Gully. Which, it has been years since I've actually ran Burb's Gully. I don't even remember the mechanic for it. And that's partially just because it's honestly really annoying to run. I mean, it's a challenge, so a lot of people like running for the challenge, but I don't think I can solo it is my issue. Then after that, there's a little quest here to get to the Bombless Peat Bog. Where is the Hold of Otomai's Ark. It's a level 70 pirate dungeon. Which is, I believe, the bog. So, yeah, the bog is the same level as the grassy plains, but the dungeon is way easier. As long as you have pushback. Because the pirate has a mechanic where you have to lock him next to one of his barrels in a certain element, and that'll reduce his resistance in that element from can't be touched to you hit with a nuke load of damage. So push back, attract, like that kind of stuff is extremely important there, unless you just want to try and be tanky enough to kill barrels until someone's the one next to him while you lock him, which then requires super high agility for you to just sit and lock him. Or a lock build like I'm doing. But he's not the hardest one here, and we'll probably be doing him later on after we catch up on everything else. So, welcome to the Grotto Hesque. It's a very grotesque dungeon. I'm gonna attempt to do the challenges for these guys. Oh, and next to one of them. Each of these, by the way, is weak to... Yeah, okay. Each of them is weak to a specific element. Oh, sorry. They resist only one element. That's what I meant. They resist one element, but when they hit you, they actually reduce your resistances. So look at my resistance right now. Yeah. So these guys are a wee bit painful. And it's a good idea to stay away from them technically, or burst them as fast as you can. Because of the fact that I am super tanky and super over leveled, however, I'm just going to ignore that aspect. Plus I have the emerald dofus already. And the more you kill, the better your the better your resistances get. I wonder if I can... No. This makes me want to play a Lyotrope, though, with all this, like, lance-moving stuff. Okay, he's weakest to intel. Boop. Okay. Those ones are finished. Next up, we have some crabbies. And I believe there's a lot of duplicates in this dungeon for most of the rooms. Plus, all of these mobs are actually outside the dungeon as well, so if you mess up on the challenge while running it, like I did on the last video 100 times, you could just... Actually, I'm gonna do this. You could just come back and redo later. Oh, sorry, not come back and redo later. I got stupid distracted there. You can just go outside and kill off what you need to. Even the correlators are outside. I don't think there's anything in this dungeon that isn't on the beach as well. These guys have a higher resistance to a single stat, which makes it easy for me to drop this back here. Pull them all together. And we'll just hit this guy for now. Give me some, I don't remember if the crabs have anything special they do. Maybe it's a self buff? Oh yeah, they buff their own resistance. Okay. Found the angle. You are resistant to fire, so we're not going to try that one. And dead. Boom. Both done. It's a nice 500,000 experience. I believe we did all 4 of these trees already. So I'll only do the... Oh, wait. Otomai has its own. Yes. So I need Curacao, Crabole, and the Coralator. There's no crab in here. Well, they just add Coralators the larger your group gets. Correlators are like, they're like Otomai's cracklers. So this is like, I don't remember what the islands are called. What were they called? The islands that Darwin was... It's like the islands Darwin went to. Galapagos? I think it was Galapagos. It's like those islands where, like, these are all, or for the most part, a lot of things here are, like, specially unique species you won't find anywhere else. Like, the correlators are, they're like a special version of cracklers. These are obviously just palm trees. It's not the one I meant to hit first, but... Oh, and the lance is already there. But yeah, so it's a cool little thematic for the island. Holy damage! Maybe I should have picked up my lance on some of these guys. Why am I even ending next to you? Give me life back. You owe me. As I still just 9. Hey, look, I'm getting rid of some of my food, though. Okay, Curacao Crabble. So I need this. Once I beat this room, then I will be finito with the monster challenge. And I should also level from it. You can also see how the, so the final... Oh, okay. Mystique. I'm not even worried about the other one. How much moon do you have? 4? Yeah, we'll try there. So, because the trees also take away your resistance and such, I believe if you're soloing this in the boss room, there should be a regular correlator in addition to the greater correlator. So, the best odds for you would be to kill the greater... Oh, sorry. Stand next to the correlator, kill the palm trees, then kill the greater correlator. And that should get you... Perfect. Oh, and he's next. Sweet. But that should make it so that you want to kill the trees first and stand next to the correlator because he does not reduce resistances and the trees do. And then once you've killed the... you kill the trees then so that you don't get hit as hard while you're focusing on the great correlator. I feel like I'm kind of stuttering it, so I'll show what I mean when we get into the dungeon. You're 47, you're 47. I'm gonna play it safe. Because I'm not actually sure. Wasn't actually sure how, like, the rotation works on the, targeting on that, and... Oh. Well, thank you kindly. And I didn't want to kind of screw myself over and just die. I forgot that's actually weaker than my other moves right now. I always feel like it should be stronger because you summon this giant snake thing. Oh, dragon. Isn't Idra a dragon? I don't remember. Boom. Oh, I didn't put my points. I didn't put in my points from last time. Okay. So, there's 2 palm flowers, a correlator, and a great correlator. No, get away from the mushrooms. So I'm going to see. Okay, so yeah, see, there's the correlator here. Ooh, a regular challenge is impertinence as well. So I'm going to focus the flowers first, and this is so much easier without having to have line of sight. I'm staying on this side of him, and the reason it's so much easier to not have line of sight is because I can block these trees somewhat, especially this further one, which is highly resistant to strength. Okay, so see how he took all his movement and he has 20 AP now? If you go next to him, he will kill you in one shot. Like, there's no doubt about it. So yeah, do not go next to him. I have to be careful not to kill the correlator because I need him alive for... well, tree stuff. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this tree. And then after that tree's dead... Try not to hit the correlator. Yeah, we'll shield up first. He's 400, he's 500. We'll do that. I know it's weaker on him, but it's the safest way to not hit the correlator. Okay, heavy shielding. So yeah, once we kill this other tree, we're gonna kind of move around the correlator using him as like a central point and focus on the boss from there. Perfect. Pull my lance back. Okay. Next up, correlator. And actually, I just got an idea. Because that boss is still standing still there. And he has some health because of his resistance to strength. So I'm going to move him closer. Yeah, okay. So now we just focus the boss without actually killing this correlator. And if the boss walks too close, then we just nuke him. I'm going to... That's a massive area. Place this here. Okay, and you have to pay attention if you get this close. So see, he took all his... Oh, I almost killed that correlator. He took all of his movement away and boosted his AP. So with this class, simply just push him away. There. I should be good, because I think the range on this spell is 1 to 2. And see? Oh, yeah, he also lifesteals when he does it. I completely forgot about that, so I should not have left my lance right there. What are you weak to? You are weak to strength. I'm going to pick up my lance so he cannot eat it. Yeah, I'm just going to use this turn to shield. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, you do your spam. As long as you don't one-shot me, we're fine. Let's do that. Okay, and what I'm gonna do with the lance... Yeah, it's far enough away. Wait, you won't lock this whole... Wait, what? Oh, he takes away agility. It's a good thing I didn't do this place after I swapped. Alright, so. Now, he should be... Yeah, he's still in that stance for now. But that is fine, because I believe I might be able to kill him. Yes. Voila. Problem done. Challenge is completed. Blitzkrieg is super hard here alone. And unless you have, like... Unless you have a group, I wouldn't even suggest it unless you're either an IOP or a rogue, because rogues can scale their bombs up super high, and IOPs can scale IOP's Wrath. But massive chunk of experience. Oh, and when you beat a dungeon here, by the way, to leave the Grotto Hesque, you get the next dungeon's key. And the reason it works like that is because you used to not be able to freely reset your characteristic points. Like, you used to not have this here. You'd get one free reset from doing doppels. And then after that, you'd have to, depending on your level, do a series of quests where you beat Otomai dungeons. A quest where you beat a series of Otomai dungeons based on your level to reset your characteristics. So if you were level 200, then I kind of skipped the Dark Forest before, but so if you're level 200, you would have to go through and do the Grotto Hesque into into Otomai's Ark, into Burb Gully, into Tinril's Lab, into Kimbo's Canopy. And then once you did that, you could reset your characteristics. And a lot of these dungeons have special mechanics. The Coralator's one is the easiest of them. There's ones where you have to like hit with certain elements or do like steal AP. There's things where you have to hit from certain angles. This one where you have to lock him next to specific barrels to reduce resistance. It was so annoying to reset characteristics that oftentimes people would just make another copy of a class if they wanted to try out a different element, because it took so much effort to try another element. So on that front, we're going to go ahead and head back over to Belina, turn this next quest. And from there, I believe I'll have to go talk to another NPC to unlock the next dungeon quest, but I'm pretty sure Batofu is the next one we're actually going to do. So, and if I have to talk to another NPC, what I'll do is I think they're in a Machna, which is on the way to the Tofu, so I'll probably catch back up with you guys there. And once I get back in, we will see what's going on. Let's see. Report back. I'm still convinced there's a Dofus on that island somewhere. She's not wrong, because Otomai is also where you do the Eternal Harvest quest and get the Okra Dofus, which is like the highest level Dofus in the game. Well, until I find out more, I suppose there's no point in you twiddling your thumbs. Go and see my associate Percy Pointer in Amachna Village. I've already told him you're coming, and he'll pay you as arranged. You should find him in the tavern. He spends a lot of time gathering information there. So, on that, I'll catch you guys at Percy Pointer. Alright, so we are back. I decided, so if you guys have never done this quest before, like this dungeon quest series, this tavern right here is where you find Percy Pointer. I think he's a mask, if I remember correctly. If you have trouble finding him, he should be one of these. So he should be this one. Yeah, here he is. So this is Percy Pointer. Explain the Belina Thumb sent me. Wow, that's an easy level. Ah, that changes everything. Here's your pay, fine adventurer. Once you're experienced enough, and if you've a little time on your hands, come back and see me. I'll be needing someone skillful like you for a few missions. Ah, can't wait to get to work, I see. Finally, someone who knows how to use their hands. I like you already. From what I've heard in this very inn, enormous, oversized blops exist. In my opinion, it's caused by exposure to the powers of a Dofus, so I'd like you to go to the Blop fields and look around, going as far as the Royal Cocoa Blop Room. Alright. That series, right there. Oh, sweet. Look, some boss drops. Boostache Mustache is worth some. We will be doing the Batofu, and the Royals will be in the next episode, because it's going to be a whole series of... I'm not going to show the dungeon over and over. So it's the same dungeon for the next 4 quests on that one. It's just the final room, you choose a different Royal Blop to fight. So, like, this one, we have to fight the Royal Cocoa Blop, then we have to fight Royal Cherry, I think is next, maybe? We have to go through all 4. They each have 100% resistance to their color, I believe. Or... yeah. So, being dual element, if you're solo, is required. Unless you're super over-leveled. But what I'm going to do for that video is we're going to run the Blop dungeon itself all the way through in it. And then I'm going to do just the boss rooms after that. One after the other. And see how long that takes. Because I feel like it'd be kind of bland to watch the exact same dungeon run 4 times over. So... And then probably something else after that. I think Cannonballs is coming up soon too. If they're not on the Keymaster one. Do not go into this dungeon if you're doing the Batofu. This dungeon is like 3 times higher level than this one. You want the Batofu. What are you doing, my tofu? I don't care. You're a dungeon person. This dungeon's changed quite a bit since I first did. I actually did this solo before at a much lower level on my Foggernaut solo series, and I messed around a lot in that video, but it was a fun video to make. So this should be a piece of cake for this guy now. I hate that. Yeah. I hate that, like, it requires me to pick it up. I don't know how you'd work around that, but I do hate that it requires me to pick up the lance after if it's close enough for me to use collapse with it to pick. Wow, English left me. I hate that it makes me pick up my lance and do an AoE off me instead of off the lance if it's close enough to pick up. I don't know how they would go around that, but it kind of throws me off at times. Wow, that was a struggle, and it should not have been. Kill him last. That is... okay. And I moved it close enough to also hit him. Oh, I did both. We went way lower in this. Oh, this room, you used to actually have to turn on grid mode. And you had to walk space by space, because you fell in one of these holes, you'd fall down to another room. And you'd have to reset the room after doing an aggressive mob and all this. So they really simplified this dungeon. It wasn't really that annoying to me. I don't know why they simplified it, but they did. And it's fine. Actually, ooh, if I can get Blitzkrieg done... Blitzkrieg and Scanny are like the 2 highest experience ones. No, there's also Pandemic, I think it's called, or something like that. Where if one of your allies gets hit, they have to die within 5 turns. Oh, I can't do Blitz on him, I don't think. Oh yeah, let's see. How far do you move? 3? Well, he's a runner, so we'll place that there. We'll Chivalry. And there we go. And I failed that one. Sucks that I failed that one, because I'm not sure if I can actually do Blitz. So that's 120. This is... okay, yeah, so... ooh, we'll do this. And then we'll do... pick that up. Take advantage of this extra range to do that. And then we'll do... damn it. Okay, well, we're gonna have to try for a different challenge in a different room. Oh, he was so close. Wait, I should have tried to get one more range on my knockback on him with the heroic charge. I should have taken a step back first. I'm not sure if he's dungeons... I'm not sure there's anything dungeon specific anymore. Oop. Oop. Yeah, we'll just do Mystique. Zoom my way through it. I don't think... these mobs don't really give enough experience because of their level. Oh, I'm down to ×3 experience multiplier, just realized. So things will be slowing down a bit on these dungeons. Oh, that really matters. This is what, level 40 dungeon? I'm level 104. So we'll just quickly see. Actually, that time it helped me. But most of the times I feel like it's more annoying. Like it just gets in the way when it does that. So I'm going to activate the Astrub Knight when I run the Batofu boss himself. Because... How far is this? Shoot. Okay. And the simple reason for that is because he is... So I'm testing if this actually works out the way I want it to. No. Because one of the challenges for the boss is statue. And statue would be extremely painful for me to do on a Forge Lance alone. Whereas the, whatever you call him, the Astrub Knight has a decent amount of range as well. And it'd be easier if I could lock people, but I can't yet. So for now, we just have to deal with the fact that I'm going to have to stand still and watch them run back and forth 100 times. But I also do think the other challenge might be stand next to someone, which means I'd need the Astrub Knight anyway. I think this mutated ugly thing is the strength weak. Yeah. Oh, focus. Sweet. Okay, so he's been focused. We'll do Black Tofu next. I like having this extra 1 AP from hitting 100 because now I can always pick up my lance again, it seems. I do not know what my new set's going to put my AP at either. Yeah, you thought you could run. So, who's weakest to strength? Oh, well, okay, that simplifies it. Ooh, that does not simplify it. I have no idea where he's at. I now know exactly where he's at. But I'm still going to focus her first, just to play it safe. Oop. You made a mistake trying to heal him when he was at full health. He didn't move? What? Okay. Well, we'll just knock you into the wall again and again. Easy enough. Wow, they did a 4-man team here. That's so rare for this dungeon. Let's see. Let us see. Batofu, Batofu, Batofu. So you statue and versatile. So don't use the same move more than once in a row. So I'm going to equip my knight. Heal myself up a bit. And let's see how versatile I can be. So a good little technique here is to split up. That way, if they run from one person, you have a higher chance of hitting them with someone else. Oh, the Tofu is going to be the hard one. Because he likes to run into the corner. Wait. Nah, he likes to run into that little corner up there with his bombs. And I cannot reach anyone from here. I do not know if I can reach the Tofu from here or not. Okay. So those are summons. Quickly give myself one of these. Some shielding. He's gonna run straight away into the corner. So who pushes me back? Which one does that again? Black Tofu. Do not repeat the moves. That gives me 100 shield because he's... Oh, that could be a massive shield now. Oh, he ran closer. Statue doesn't mean you don't have to move at all, by the way. It just means you have to end on the cell that you started your turn on. So when we... Oh, hey. So I'm going to try to do real quick, then. Let's see if I can actually hit him. I'm going to test my luck. Hey! Wow, he moved right to where it's going to land. Oh, if I can kill him, I've got this in the bag. Who steals range here? Buff me before that lance drops. I steal range. It was me. I forgot Eclipse reduces your range. Or everyone's range. Well, that has to be broken in PvP. Nuked. Okay, hit him with that. Hit him with that. I'm hard folk. Oh, he ran closer. He's dead. Yes. Okay, both challenges completed. I'm so used to him literally just running away straight into the back corner. He says, screw this, I'm out, and he just bolts. So the fact that he actually ran closer this time, oh, that is wonderful. Would you stop healing him? Well, actually, I can kill them both now. Oh. Fire move once. Boom. Pull them all together. Boom. Grab the lance. Drop the lance. Okay, nothing repeated. And the Tofu is still alive. No, don't run away. Oh. It's too late. Too late for you to get out of here. I'm not going to move because I'm pretty sure I'd fail it. Did you really just run all the way over there? Pull the lance back. Try that again. I don't care about buffing. He has 9 health. Why is he the one running away now? He never does that. I mean, like, he'll run, but he'll hit and run. Like, now he's just trying to stay as far away as possible. Maybe if I can, like, draw him closer with the lance. I'll try that. Oh, wait. I think the knight can actually hit him. The knight could have hit him had I not just taken away all of his range. That was dumb of me. Oh. 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 Get nuked. Yes, all 5 of them. And you know what that means? That means thank you. Boom. 105. Do not know what that is. Wait. So, someone's lance heals allies and increases their range. I wonder if this heal its percent max health, so it's not going to scale off intel. Heals allies, increases their range, pushback resist, and critical resist in an area effect. If the caster is in the disarm state, the spell's range is infinite, and the effects can only be applied around the caster's lance. Oh, okay, so it works like the collapse. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But it does not matter yet. So let's go turn in this quest real quick. Oh, it's the Keymaster. So let's go to the Canyon Lake. And then we shall switch on over to our new set and see how that looks. Canyon Lake. There we go. It's an alt spell, that's right. I was wondering why the Oriflamme thing wasn't on my bar. Hi. No, that's the dungeon. That's not the Keymaster. Don't run that way. There. Keymaster. Although this... Yeah, no, we'll still wait on the blobs. Let's see what the next dungeon is. So maybe I'll test my set on that dungeon. Or this will just be a shorter one and we can test on the next video against the blobs. Which the next video will be... Actually, maybe we'll probably do that. The next one's going to be to 110 to equip my Crimson Dofus. So what I'll do is I'll probably... So we'll turn this in. We'll get my new set on. See what stats kind of look like. Kind of see what spells there are for these. And then next time we will go hunting some Blop dungeons with our new fancy set. My, you're a brave one. You have done it. Your courage shines upon you like the burning summer sun. Walk towards your destiny, and may your soul be strong and unmovable. Leave me alone now. My turnip soup is boiling over. Oh. Now I have to go to Jumbo Mumbo to turn in. Who is also an Amakna. So we're hitting both the Amakna people at the same time. That's nice. I would run there, but there's really no reason to when it's right there. Where's the village? There it is. And this guy is pretty close. He's not as close as the tavern is, but he's close enough. In the house, you notice a small pile of charred matches on the ground. The empty matchbox that contained them lies on the ground next to it. Of the person who used them, there is no... It's kind of random. Hello, Jumbo Mumbo. I am sure I can find you something to do. There'll be a couple of places where you need to take care of the rats. If the master wants it done, it'd go be important. Here, start with this. What? That's not a rat. That's a golden Skara. Which isn't like one of the last dungeons that you actually need to be multi-element for. I think golden Skara, the royal blops, and what's it called? The Jelith dimension. Those are like the 3 dungeons early on, besides Quaqua, that require you to have 2 elements, or they just take forever, and some, depending on what elements you are, you might not even be able to beat them. So I have that. Now let's do some switcherooing. I hope I have the inventory space. Okay, so reset. Oh, I still have plenty of space right now. So we're going to pump these points into agility first. I'm going to go 200. Because I'm going to be more of a... I might do more agility later on, but... Oh, wait. No, that's not what I meant to do. It needs 100 more. I need to be at 200 agility. And then Intel gets the rest, so 220. Let's see. So, now onto the equipping stuff. Bork Chief Boots. So there goes 1 AP away. We'll do the Hurtful Locker Helm. Whoops. And conveniently, I can just sell that Panda Wushu thing, maybe. Oh, no, they fused it with one of the symbiote things. Alright, so let's see. Hurtful Locker Belt, there's my 2-piece set. Follows a Magic Bracelet. Young Wild Bow. The Usaulit. Ambusher Rote. Which I need to disassociate this. Otherwise it looks like I'm wearing a bunch of leaves. That on. So that's Vitality and Lock. I believe that's everything, right? Intel Agility, Agility, yeah, Intel Agility, Intel Agility, Intel Agility, Intel Agility, Intel Agility. Wow. I have almost as much Intel as I have Agility. And this last slot will be for this Crimson Dofus to give me some more damages. This Minor Maniac's coming off for... I have to replace it with... I have to replace it with something. What should I replace that with? I have Lock and I have Vitality. Do I want to replace it with... Is there a multi-resistance one? Oh, that's right. I was going to replace it with a Shaker or Nomad, whichever one gives or health with it. The health and... I think it's Shaker. It gives health and AP. I think Nomad just gives movement. But... Oh no, it's movement and power? I don't remember. Anyway. So, that's it for now for that. I'll put those up to sale in a second, but let's look at the bar now. So... We don't need strength skills. I'm gonna clean this bar up and try and... I'm gonna make some arrangements to kind of make it more intuitive. So I'm actually gonna take everything off this bar. Oh, wait, you can right-click the... Oh, I didn't know that. You can swap the spells by right-clicking them to the alternatives. We'll leave those for now, because I know I'm gonna need those. So, Agility is primary. We have Cyclone Lancer, summons the lance, inflicts air damage to enemies, repels the targets, and is this pushback from the center or pushback from me? Oh wait, what kind of AoE is this? It doesn't say it has an AoE actually. Is there a AoE? Okay, so we'll do the AoE one first, which is pushes them back and repels them. Inflicts the damage on enemies in an area effect around the caster's lance and then around the caster. Wait, both? Switches the caster's and the lance's positions, then recovers the lance. Requires disarmed. That is cool. What? That's gonna be fun to mess around with. Okay, so then we'll do Cyclone Lancer, which is just massive pushback with a lot of range. There is a lot of pushback on this. There is a lot of pushback. I guess, but like, all right. So this one is pushes back from next to. All right, so it's literally a don't touch me build. But okay, so lock is needed for parry, and all of agility is pushback. I guess it'd be useful to like push back melees and lock ranged, maybe. So keep it so you take less damage. It's so weird to me that the build that would help like with parry and such be stronger uses so many ranged abilities. Well, not range, but things that actively get them off of you. Anyway, Slingshot's gonna be Fire Lance. Summons Lance, moves the caster closer, inflicts damage in line up to the target cell. So this is like the fire version of Cyclone Lancer. This is the fire summoning, I believe. Burning S-Talk is another... What is the difference between these? 21 to 24 pushes back 1. 19 to 21 pushes back 1. Area Effect, Cone of 2 cells. Cone of 2 cells. Summons the Lance. Does not summon the Lance. Okay. That's the difference. And then must spell my big ranged attack. Ugh. Okay, so from there... Elding. That sounds cool. What I'll probably do late, especially when I get all... Because this is modifiable. Yorman's modifiable. I hope it summons the snake. That'd be cool. Light. Okay, so what I'll probably do late in the game is actually Agility Chance. Is probably the next one I'll do. And it'll be 100% just you stay far away from me, and I am just going to rip you apart. I'm not going to worry about it now, because I already have the agility intel built up, and I kind of want to see how this works together. But it'll probably be my final build once I get Elding. Once I get Elding is to switch to that. So, special spells. I'll put this here. Oh! I'm gonna level my hunting too. What is the difference between these? 4 AP, 5 AP. Higher resist, higher health, higher AP by a lot. Why would I not do this one? It's just 1 more AP. Soul capture. I have 1 open spot still. I need to... I'm gonna throw something in that spot. Wait, what's this again? Okay, Aura Flame or whatever, Aura Flama would be... That's going to be something I use on the Agility Chance build. Because +4 range, when all of the chance stuff is modifiable, that would be beautiful. And that build, I can swap out my Emerald Dofus too, because I won't really be there for locking in close combat. So I'd probably switch that out for something like an Ivory Dofus, just for the resistance buff. And we'll see when I get to that point. That's a long ways away. I'm just gonna throw... What's something that's... Let me get off this map. There's too many people running around. What's a good spell to throw on the bar that I can use for a different purpose? I guess I could do Collapse. Throw Collapse there for now. In the future, I'll be switching in, where is it? Spicy Mill. I'll be equipping. Wait, what's this do? 100% vitality. I'll relay when we get to that point. So that's all for this one. Next video, we're going to be doing the Blops, testing out this new build. Going to do the Golden Scarbugly as well. Oh, do I have space for my bread now? Not really. I'll leave it off. I'll be selling this in between. We'll be doing those dungeons, get to 110, get on my nice, beautiful little Crimson Dofus here for my damages. And yeah. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you next time.
Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah.